the deal with Hagerty, the car, the insurance, all that stuff, it's over now. It's done. We have resolved the issue. I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to tell you how we resolved it. And I'm going to give you all the details on how this happened. And just spoiler alert, I now have full confidence it's not Hagerty as a company. It was just an issue with, I'll say it was an issue of how things got handled between a couple of people. It was not Hagerty's issue, I don't think. I'm pretty confident now to say that it was not on the company. Let's get into it right after the intro.
I'd say he's a nut job.
All right, guys, I got a call this morning while I was checking my post office box from a gentleman at Hagerty named Brian. I believe that's correct. I'm terrible with names, so if I said that wrong, I apologize. Brian is a manager there, and honestly, one of the nicest people to deal with that I've dealt with in the whole process. And we talked through some things. The whole issue's done, over, resolved. It's over with now. And this is pretty much the story. Thanks to you guys, Brian seen our YouTube video, the walk around and all. He looked at all the information available to him, and he agreed that the car's definitely not totaled. The car's not that bad damaged, and that there was a couple of places the ball got dropped here. Part of it was on me. He explained to me how the process worked to do with the value of the car and all that. If it gets within a certain, I'm going to bore you all the details. Basically, the number that they had put on the car for the damages was close enough to the number that the car was valued at that it automatically went to a different department. I could explain all that, but nobody wants to listen to a half-hour video of me trying to explain how something works, because especially when I don't really understand it myself. But either way, I should have upped the value on the car. I had never done that. Now, let me explain that real quick. One, when I bought that car, I thought I put a value on that car that, honestly, I was kind of gritting my teeth a little bit, hoping when I said that number on the phone that they wouldn't laugh at me. You really think that car's worth that much? Because understand this, I bought that car back when no one wanted station wagons. Station wagons were not worth anything. And now if you scroll through Marketplace, rusted out garbage piles that don't even run are $7,000, $8,000 for wagons now. Wagons have all of a sudden become the hottest thing on the planet. Love them or hate them, they are astronomical in value now. I've looked at some that are the same as mine, and honestly, I feel like I'd be committing a crime to even say the numbers that they're on, that they're listed for sale. I still wouldn't sell mine because of sentimental values, but so we agreed that I should have valued the car more. Now, to be honest with everybody, I didn't know once you made the policy, you could go back and change it. I thought you were just stuck with that number. So I was unaware that I could up the value once it was already done. So now that I know that, the values on the cars that I have with Hagerty are all getting upped in value a little bit. Now, back to the actual damage on the car, he agreed that the way the photos, I guess the way the photos took, it made it look like there was some places that was damaged. It was not damaged. You could see them better in the video. We also talked through some things on the car and basically agreed with me that the car wasn't totaled by any means. Again, really super nice guy. So also where the ball had been dropped a little bit was on, that part was on me, the valued part. The other part was on them a little bit. when I had asked to speak with somebody other than the person I was dealing with, and they didn't let me do that. He agrees that I should have been able to speak to a manager earlier in the process, and this probably could have been resolved, because I told him, and same thing I've told everyone here in the videos, all I've ever wanted was to actually be able to speak to somebody that would listen to my side, or somebody to actually look at the vehicle and see for themselves what the damage was. And I just couldn't get there with them. But it was because all my calls and everything had been routed through one person. Now, again, not understanding how it works, he explained to me that, you know, different departments do different things. And since pretty much my case was over here, it was kind of hard for me to get over here, you know, but I should have been allowed to. I should have been able to talk to a manager who could have worked through the situation. All that's water under the bridge. It's all done. It's all over with. This is what I will say. We were able to come to an agreement that the car is not totaled. There's not going to be any kind of salvage on the title. None of that stuff. And he looked at a realistic value of the damages and what it would realistically cost to repair them, and agreed with me that the cost to repair them was way under, or let me rephrase that. He agreed with me that the cost to repair them was underneath the value mark anyway. So we're all good there. Whew, it's hot out here. I'm sweating. So we're all good there. With that being said, everything is over and done now. It's crazy how quick it all went once I was able to actually speak with somebody that would listen to me. I got this phone call from him around lunchtime, 12 o'clock, 11:30, 12 o'clock, sometime in that frame. And by 1:30-ish, somewhere in that time frame, I'm already sent an email with payment information and all already there. So within a couple of hours from start to finish, this process was over with. Which tells me that it's not a Hagerty issue at all. It was just an issue of how do you say this? Combined ball droppage. There was an issue there where, you know, I probably did some things wrong. They did the one person I was dealing with did some things wrong. Some communication wasn't coming across great. With all that being said, I can see why some people say they've never had an issue, because it appears that once you get all the stars aligned and the process works the way it's supposed to, it's a stupid simple process. It's really quick, really easy to do, and they really do take care of you. It was just somehow I was getting hung up with one person that was kind of reluctant to work with me here a little bit. So with that being said, we are going to fix the wagon. We're going to do some work to the wagon. We're going to take care of that. Hagerty worked it out. They were good to us. I've got no complaints. I am going to go in and up the values of both the wagon and the Cougar are both on their policies. We're going to up the values on both of those. Now that I know I can do that, there was a lot of things that I was unaware I was able to do. It's easy for people to get online and tell people, oh, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. But if you don't know what the process is, it's a little harder to do all that. I will say, if I had the situation to do over again, I would do it a whole lot differently on my end, which is what a lot of people have told me to start with, but it was already done then. But at the end of the day, Hagerty came through. They helped me, Brian particularly, helped me understand what was going on. He spent, I don't know, a half hour or so on the phone with me. He walked me through everything. He talked to me about where some things had kind of went wrong, how it should have been handled. super, super nice guy. And I honestly, if it had been this process from the very start, I would never have even probably told anybody that I had an accident. Honestly, there'd probably never been a video about it. So I guess the big picture here is don't blame Hagerty for this. I don't believe it was Hagerty's issue. I believe it was an issue. I'm man enough to take some fault for it. I believe it's an issue between two people. And once Hagerty, the company, was made aware of the situation, they instantly went to work on making the situation right. And when I say made aware of it, again, I had tried to talk to other people, and we're not going to go into the whole story. You can go back and watch the other videos. I tried to talk to other people. I was always diverted back to the same person, and no, this is who you talk to. So it was a very frustrating process. You guys that watched these videos made sure that the right people heard about this. And once the right people heard about it, this issue was resolved within just a short span of time. It's amazing at how quick and painless the process is doing it when we went through this process, when we went through it this way. I can't say enough good about Hagerty as a company, and Brian in particular, that walked me through and helped me with all this. Again, I say that I share some of the responsibility, but I didn't know any better, and honestly, things were never explained to me. So I say all that just to say that at the end of the day, Hagerty came through. Hagerty helped. Brian was a great help in this. I don't know what the other guy's name was that reached out to me. I don't even know if I even caught his name. But these guys were phenomenal. They were right on top of it. It was a quick, we'll agree on this, we'll agree on this. We can take care of this however you want to. There's 2 or 3 ways we can do this. And I was just as honest with them as I am with you guys. All I want in the whole situation is the car not to be totaled and not to have a salvage title. That was all I was after. Whatever it takes to make that happen. And they're like, yes, sir, we got this, we can do this, problem solved. It was really an easy process. So at the end of the day, my takeaway from this is I'm going to keep Hagerty Insurance. I had seriously considered and actually called around and got quotes to other places because I thought this was a company issue. This is apparently not a company issue. This was an issue where the ball had been dropped on a couple of people's parts, but it was an issue where, let's just leave it was not a company issue. Hagerty itself seems to have really heard us and took care of us and looked after us. So at the end of the day, I'm very happy with it. I know there was a lot of people saying I should do this, I should do that, but at the end of the day, I wanted to give Hagerty a chance to understand my side of the story, and understand what I was trying to say. I always felt like there was a breakdown somehow in communication, and I have believed that if we could get to a point where we could actually talk to each other, that it would be a fairly easy process to work out. I was just having a trouble getting to actually talk to someone. So I think that's a life lesson, really. I believe any problem can be worked out if people can actually sit down and talk about it. We just got to talk to each other more. All right, so that's it. I just wanted you guys to know that it has been worked out. Hagerty did reach out to me. Hagerty is taking care of me. Hagerty is looking out for us. And Hagerty is a company I'm still going to do business with. I believe anybody can have a bad day. I believe any place that has employees things can happen. But I also believe if we can sit down and talk to each other, that we can work out anything. I know a lot of you guys were invested in the story. I just wanted to let everybody know it all worked out for the good. We're getting the wagon taken care of. The wagon's not going to be totaled, not going to be salvage titled. The wagon's going to be kept the way it is as far as the title goes. The wagon's going to be fixed. It's going to be taken care of. And I have to give a big shout out to you guys, the guys that watch and ladies that watch these videos, share these videos, and comment on them. You do make a difference. It's because of you guys that Hagerty's seen our video. I have confidence that there's a chance we would have been able to get all this worked out no matter what, but you guys sure did make it a lot easier. I cannot say thank you enough. Thank you to all the people that shared the videos and got the videos out to people. You guys absolutely helped us with this problem and helped me understand some things that if this ever happens again, to do differently. I just absolutely thank you. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you. Give me the glory, guys. We'll see you on the next one. And we won't talk about insurance anymore because I think we've talked about that enough. But again, Hagerty's been great. Hagerty was great with us today, and I absolutely appreciate what they did for us. God bless you guys.
I'd say he's a nut job.